And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we're back with another one. Today, epic VeVe live stream for y'all. A little 2D artwork action. We haven't had a little 2D artwork in a while now, so it's always great to get back to some of these. We have the Rogers the musical. So I've never heard of this before, but this is actually a pretty good one, I think. We don't have too many fans of this just yet on the VeVe app, but once we get fans of musicals, this is going to be a big one, I think. I think it looks awesome in the showroom. Me personally, I think I am going to try to flip this one because I need some gems. But I think if you can hold on to it long term, I think it's going to be a good one. I definitely see more, Broadway musicals coming to VeVe. And so this is the first one. This is Rogers the musical. So let's break down the details. It's a pretty cool poster looking. I mean, it's got a yellow background with the black contrast to it. So I think that looks pretty cool. We got 3,800 editions for a $60 price point. 3,800 editions are going to sell out really quick. So it'll definitely be hard to get one today. But I think if you can flip it early, I think you're going to make a decent little gain. I think the longer you wait on this one, unfortunately, you may miss out on some profits, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe this one goes, insane. I bet it's a full set in itself. If you get this poster, it's probably a full set. So anybody looking for those MCP points, I think would be definitely a good one. We got Dubes in the building. How we doing, brother? We got December. How we doing? We got Daniel. We got Marco. Good morning, everybody. Trying to decide if I want this one. Dube said, unpopular opinion, but I really want this poster. Yeah, I feel like the general consensus of this drop today is most people are going to look to flip this one. So that's why I say, try to get in that marketplace early if you can, if you are looking to flip it. Just because I think the longer you wait on this, I could be wrong. This is not financial advice, of course, everyone. But I think the longer you wait on this one, because it's not that big IP brand that everybody's really waiting for to drop. This is kind of a surprise. We didn't really know it was going to drop. Not too many people, I think, on the VeVe app right now are big fans of musicals. But this is a Broadway musical. Like, I was just researching a little bit. So I wanted to kind of have an idea of what was going on with this drop. And, I mean, you can see they advertise this, too. I mean, this was taken November 24th, 2021. So, I mean, this just happened. This is on the Marvel. There is a picture of this on the actual Marvel website, too. So, I think it's a pretty big deal once those fans really start getting into the NFTs, right? Because we're still so early. Again, if anybody wants to figure out how we get to the drop today, this is the main screen. You're going to see the Labbits right there. That's dropping later today. I'm just going to slide right over from the store tab. That's where we're at the bottom. Slide on over. Click that Rogers, the musical. We're going to scroll down, and then this is the screen that we are on. So I think this could be a full set today, which if it is, I definitely see the price possibly increasing a little bit, appreciating with that. But I think just because most people don't really know this drop, I think it's going to be on the back burner, unfortunately, a little bit. We got Verena in here. Lenick, how we doing? How we doing, fam? Jerry. Hey, J.O., shout out to you, my man. Man or woman. As a 20-year-old student, I started VeVe with $150. Today, it is worth $2,800. Incredible for 2 months. Absolutely. And shout out to you because, I mean, that is a perfect example of right there of what the power of VeVe can do, right? Everybody sees these big collections on VeVe. And unfortunately, sometimes they can go two ways with that. They can get motivated, inspired, say, I want that too. I'm going to get that. Or maybe they see that big collection and they say, I don't have that. I can't ever get there, right? It may seem impossible. But this story right here just proves that a little bit of money, you can start really learning how to flip. I mean, it just takes one drop even. You may not even have to flip. You may just get lucky, get a secret rare comic book or something like that. Flip it for $1,000 or $2,000. Who knows, right? But Joe started with $150 and it's now worth almost $3,000. That's amazing. Billy Bob, appreciate you for tuning in as always. Said, good morning, guys. Not going to bother with this one. Don't want to be stuck holding this, but I still got to watch this show. Hey, appreciate you big time for tuning in. And that's the thing, right? We're going to see VeVe, keep expanding. We're going to see VeVe have so many drops every single week to where we're not most of us probably not going to be able to go for every single drop. So it's going to come to a point to where exactly, Billy Bob, we're not going to be able to go for every single drop like that. We may have to start really picking our fan bases, really start picking our fandoms that we're going to actually target. But right now, I am going to start, I am going to keep at least trying to go for these drops. But I think I'm going to be a little bit more selective in which ones I'm holding and which ones I'm going to flip. I just actually just sold a couple of sets. I had like 53 sets at one point. But I am tailoring my showroom a little bit now, just to the things that I actually really, really love. Because, you know, we're going to have sports on here soon, and we didn't even get to the sports yet. And I'm a huge sports fan. So there's, you know, I don't have the type of money to where I can just keep putting in money like that. So I have to kind of reinvest and really start to increase my gem bag, which means, you know, selling off a couple of sets. Maybe I can double back and go get them later. But right now, I'm using some gems to get some pieces that I really want to have in my collection. Because also what I'm thinking is, I used to think of it where I want to have a whole bunch of duplicates to sell them off for a big amount of money one day. But I'm holding my duplicate Todds for that reason. I'm holding my duplicate Waltz for that reason. So these other duplicates that I have, I'm really using them to really get the collection that I really want right now. Because eventually we're going to be able to charge, you know, say $1 or a gem or 5 gems, etc. Even just a couple gems, right? It would be a big deal. Or tips, be able to have people tip your showroom. And so I'm really trying to just tailor my showroom to things that I love in my collection. I want to make it a huge collection. So I'm not too worried anymore about saving every single duplicate to sell off one day for profit, because at the end of the day, I want a huge collection. I want the collection that I love. And I'm saving some big dupes for that reason. Mickey Collins went down a lot. Yeah, so that's the problem with that. I mean, what we saw yesterday was an ideal situation in the marketplace because a lot of people ran into the problem. I ran into the problem, as you guys saw yesterday. I bought a low mint. I was thinking it was an important number. Even if it wasn't important, like it ended up not being, it was still a low mint 1000 edition. So my plan was to at least just flip it for double. It would have worked out perfectly. I think I bought it for like 500. I think I said it was. I was going to put it in the market for 700, 800. The floor ran up to 600. It was going to be perfect, but then we couldn't sell anything that we just bought. So I ended up getting left with that. Unfortunate, you know, just things happen, but the market is working now at least. I was able to flip some other older collectibles at least. You see the buy now button already? A little confused. Yeah. So the buy now button is up right now. The way they do it is basically a blind box. For the blind boxes, the buy now button won't be up there. So it's just going to flash whenever you see it, right? But anytime you're going for an actual individual collectible, sometimes the old school way, if the Labbits were the old school drop, you could actually pick and choose which Labbit you want to go for, that ultra rare, etc. They might even be that this way. Oh, no. Okay. So it's just the, oh, it is that way. Awesome. So it's the same exact way with the Labbits this way. It's not a blind box or Labbits. You actually get to pick and choose which one you want, I believe. Basically, with these drops right here, like this one right now, the button's already up. So there's only one collectible to select from. Boom, you just press it as soon as it goes 0, 0, 0. I usually wait like a half a second or a full second, basically. Right when it says 0, 0, 0, I'll wait that full second and then click. I basically think 0, 0, 0 is 1 second left. And for me, that's tended to work out perfect. This is the perfect flip NFT. I think so too. As long as drops stay this way, I'm going for every drop. Absolutely, dudes. I feel the same way, my man. Because I mean, the way I look at it, it's such a low risk, high reward when you only go for the drops, right? When you're staying away from the market, I mean, the market is great because you can make a lot of great moves in there. That's where a lot of moves happen. But for people who don't have a lot of money, you're not able to make those moves. You may not have $1,000 or more than $1,000 to make moves in the market. So it's harder to start small. I mean, you definitely can. You can definitely make moves and just work your way up with, say, $100. We just saw someone work his way up from $150 to $3,000 in 2 months, I think you said, right? Yep, 2 months. So it's definitely possible. It's a little bit riskier, right? And you have to have a little bit more time in the market to really study it. So someone who may not have that time or patience to really study the market to make moves, you can lower your risk by just saving up and just going for the drops only. When you only go for the drops, I mean, you can really luck out that way. You just may not hit every drop, but eventually there's going to be so many more drops each week. You said sports, let's do this. Absolutely. I mean, that's one big day I cannot wait for, because right now we're seeing, the comic books, which was actually a new addition. We didn't have comic books just a few months ago. So that was great to see. We like the superheroes, super villains. But I'm really excited for the whole sports category. If we get a PGA Tiger Woods collectible, just forget it. Exactly. You might get a low mint here. I mean, if you get a sub 100, sub 1000, it's definitely a good flip opportunity. Ah, okay. Yep. Spread out all my gems to family and friends for Christmas. Wasn't trying to fud this one, so I had to be a bit selective. Exactly. And I think this one could be good too. Like, don't get me wrong. I think for the people that are really trying to hold this one, I think it's a good one long term, because I definitely see more and more musical related collectibles, and it's pretty cool. But I just don't think it's a holy grail. And for me, I have my eyes on some other things in the market right now that I'm going to try to stack and possibly complete. So I'm just going to try to use these as some extra gems. Hey, finally received it 3 hours later. Good for you, Richard J. Shout out to you for grabbing that one. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine if the poster played music? Now, if the poster played music, forget everything I just said. It would explode right away. I would say it would explode right away, come back down as the hype kind of dies down, but then long term keep going up, just because that'd be the first ever poster with music, right? But that's kind of a long shot speculation. Dude said, I'm gonna be on the road for the drop. I'll be back before the end of the stream. Good luck to JD and everybody else in the chat. Shout out to you, Dubes. Shout out to everybody else in the chat. Good luck today. We got 16 minutes left to the live stream, or to the drop, I should say. Not the live stream. Labbit's live stream. We got 4 hours left. 16 minutes. That's later today. Shout out to Frank Kozik. He's been promoting it heavy on Twitter. Okay, so yeah, I don't think the Kozik Labbits are blind box. You got to actually pick and choose which rarity you want to go for in that one. So that's more so like the old school drops. Hey, Billy the Kid missed the past few drops, so decided to pick up some more Omi. That's a great move right there. Not financial advice. I think a lot of people, Gary in the community, he's been doing that too. I think he was one of the first people to really put that out there as some, not financial advice, but just some tips that he's been doing. He talked about how, since the drops have been becoming so much harder these days. In the old days, we were able to get every single drop, pick and choose which one we wanted from the store. But ever since the drops started to get a lot harder, if you miss one, miss two, just use that money and buy some Omi, right? Increase that Omi bag. I'm gonna overspend on Labbits. I know, I can't help it. That's funny. VeVe Las Vegas. I'm actually not too. I'm not gonna try to complete that set with the Labbits, but I am gonna go for Labbits for sure. I'm gonna try to get probably. Oh man, so limited. I mean, the chances of getting an ultra rare 888 editions on those Labbits today, good luck. I'm probably not going to go for that ultra rare. Probably not going to go for the rare, which is the Snowflake Labbit. That one has 1,888 editions. The uncommon of the Labbits has 2,888 editions. I may go for the common, honestly. Common's got 3,888 editions. Probably your best bet to landing one. And it's still pretty limited. You could maybe luck out, get a low mint number. And just looking at the common and the uncommon, honestly, I kind of like the common better. I feel like the white almost pops a little bit more. I like the lime green though too. It's basically just flip-flopped. I like them both. But I think for the Labbits, I think I am going to go for a common. I'm going to try to at least lock one in. I mean, my luck's been bad the last 4 times maybe now. I am using the Ethernet cable this time. Going all in for the ultra rare Labbits. Hey, good luck to Joe M. I hope you get one today. Just because I'm not going for one, don't feel like you don't have to. You can definitely go for one. I think land's going to be expensive. I do. Debating for this one might go below drop price aftermarket. I thought about that, but I think we're in kind of a different era these days. I mean, with something only with 3,800 editions, with how many users we have on board now, I don't see it going below retail. Could it? Possibly. But I don't really see it happening. I see at least going above retail. Retail is not that expensive. It's only 60 gems right now. I thought it would at least start out at like 150. I was hoping at least like 200, but maybe it's only starts out at like 100, 150, I thought because it's probably going to be a full set by itself. It's an ultra rare. I thought at least a few hundred, but I don't know. We have the labs coming up. Maybe it's only, 100, couple hundred at first, but we shall see. I don't think I'm going to buy one in the market unless it is like at retail. If it's at retail, on the retail, I probably will buy one in the market just because it's a full set ultra rare. $60. That would be unheard of. Honestly, I'd probably stack them at that point. But if it's, a few $100 in the market, I will pass actually. Remember, delete all your files in your settings. That's something that I got to do right now. Boom. We ready. Good luck, everyone. Really hoping to land this drop for my collection. Such an awesome poster. Yeah, I think it looks amazing in Petro. Absolutely. I think it's one of those posters to where when you put up in your showroom, it's going to catch everybody's eye right away. And again, it's a Marvel product at the end of the day. We got Rogers the Musical, Hawkeye. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, I understand. Nick said, I wish the Labbits were blind boxes because if I go for the ultra rare miss, I'll miss out on the others. As if it was a blind box, I will at least get one. That's a good point, and that kind of is the reason why I do like those blind boxes because, I mean, at first I love the way the drops are the old way, but now with how many people we have, I kind of do like the blind boxes. I feel like the blind boxes are probably the best bet. I mean, with that said, I have missed out in the last 4, I think it was now, but at least, like you said, you do have a chance to at least get that ultra rare. You're able to lock one in at least a little bit easier, and then you at least have a small chance to get that ultra rare. Whereas if you go for the ultra rare today on those Labbits, good luck getting it. I'm not even going to attempt to get it today. Price prediction. I'm hoping for this one, my man Gio. At least a few $100 right away. I mean, if it was a normal ultra rare, that's a full set with only 3,800 editions. I mean, I would say at least a few hundred, at least a couple hundred, but it's all 2D poster. 2D posters, especially on VeVe, always get slept on right away. It's only a $60 price point. I feel like the problem is everybody has in their head right now that they're waiting for something else to happen, another crazy announcement to happen, maybe I'm not even going to say the word, but a crazy license or something like that. So people, I feel like, are kind of scared to spend too much money in the market right now. But I think it's a good one. I do think it's a good one to get long term. There's got to be a Christmas surprise of something. I'm thinking maybe the Labbit holders get something. Who knows? I don't have all the Labbits, so I'm not sure. You know, it's funny. I checked Steve Rogers when this didn't get announced, and he didn't pump at all. I thought he would, honestly. I thought people would pump up, not pump up, but at least start buying up Steve Rogers. We got Brendan in the building. How we doing? How we doing, fam? Yeah, who knows? Who knows, right? Never know with Christmas surprises. Who knows? Reslone, I haven't had an ultra rare or secret rare in blind boxes ever. Wow. Okay, we got to get you an ultra rare at least, my man, my man. I think I have got a couple ultra rares in blind boxes. Haven't got the secret rare yet in a blind box. That's got to be coming soon. Yeah, I think this is why we will see the prices kind of go up right after all these holiday events are over for a little bit. Just because people will, because like right now in their head, I feel like everybody's still anticipating, another big announcement. But once they kind of hear that it's over with, the 12 days of VeVe, I think that's when we'll see the market kind of pick back up, especially with all the delistings happening. Definitely. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to the drop. We got Jim Inferno. Good morning, good luck, everybody. Snagging that ultra rare Mickey yesterday was huge. Definitely ultra Micah G. I'd like to hold it. Okay, Gutterfly, solid. Like I said, I think this is going to look amazing in your showroom with the yellow and black contrast. I think it's one of those posters to where as soon as you put it in your showroom, people are gonna be drawn to it right away. It's going to catch everybody's eye instantly. Let me just show you guys again what it looks like. And then we also have the stamps tomorrow too. When you put this in your showroom, I think it's going to look pretty solid. But it's one of those where just me personally, I'm not going to break the bank on it in the market or anything like that. Hey, my boy just read my earlier comment and sent me enough gems for this drop. Thanks, Lefty. Hey, that is awesome, Billy Bob. Shout out to the community, man. And anybody who just sent him the gems, amazing work right there. 167 Mickey Ultra on the drop, second best NFT. That's amazing, Preston. That is awesome. Hope everything's all good, December. Hope everything is all good. Willow, how we doing, fam? Willow Kid. Are we going for this drop, my man? You gonna go for it? Let me know what your thoughts. You gonna hold it? You gonna flip it? Let me know what you're doing. Colin said too early for this. That's funny. I was in the market last night all night trying to make moves, so I barely slept. Price prediction. I'm hoping at least a few hundred. I mean, for anybody who gets it, I hope it doesn't sink back down to like 100, but it could. I mean, you never know these days. I think the fact that it's probably going to be a full set by itself, it's an ultra rare. I don't really see. The funny thing is, it may dip. It may not be the most expensive right away until that Master Collector Program final article comes out and they talk about the Master Collector Program points, and then I think anything like that, it'll shoot back up. Love this VeVe community. Good luck, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, VeVe Las Vegas. Yeah, good luck today, Willow. I was checking out too last like 3 or 4 times. Usually I've been killing it on the drops. And then 4 hours later today, here's the Labbits that are dropping. Now, me personally, I thought that common looked really good. I felt like it just popped the way that the white background and the way the mustache is, the colors on the little sweater it's got. um, Stock bets. I'm probably. It's funny because I always get attached to these drops. Like every time I get a drop off, especially a drop like where I'm the original owner, I get attached to it. But I think on this one, I am gonna flip this one. Not positive yet, but I think that's the way I'm leaning right now. This gives a good warm up for the Labbit drop. Absolutely. Good luck, my homies. Tips for flipping on VeVe. Not financial advice ever. But I would say one thing that I focused on big time was duplicates. I always talk about duplicates because, no matter what, even if you think you're not a collector, I didn't think I was a collector before, right? You grow attached to these collectibles, especially if you find one that you love. So you may buy in the market, you may grow attached to it. So it's harder to let that one go when you only have one of them. But when you're able to find, say, something that you think is a good deal and you grab 2 or 3 of them, that is literally a game changer. Even more of them if you can, if they're cheap enough. But when you can at least grab like 2 or 3 of that collectible, it makes a huge difference because you can let, even if you don't grow attached to it, right? At least if you have duplicates, you can sell one off. Say it skyrockets right after you sell it. Maybe you timed it wrong and it keeps on going off. Well, then you have 2 more left at least, and then you can sell that one, and then you have the one left over. So I think when you can grab duplicates, it's big time. Like for me personally, there's no way I would have been able to grow the collection I have today if I didn't grab duplicates early on and was able to flip those as they appreciated. They didn't flip overnight, like they didn't appreciate overnight, obviously. But over time, over the months, I mean, they definitely went up big time. We got a minute 28 seconds left to the drop, y'all. Which Labbit are you going for? I'm going for the common, most likely. Common or uncommon, but probably the common. And just hope I get a low mint. I feel like my chances of at least locking in a common and hoping for a low mint are probably higher than going for a rare or ultra rare. Hey, what up, brother? Are you spamming or are you timing? I'm just going to time this one. I think what I'm going to do in the blind boxes, I may try the spam technique. I may try, but for this one, I feel like I'm going to time it on this one. Good luck to. Oh, we got less than a minute left, y'all. 50 seconds left. What's the most of one you've owned? I had like 7 FA Jokers at one point. I had 7 FA Todds, 7 FA Harley Quinns. I had like 30 FA Captain Americas. I was going all out with FAs. I mean, they paid off big time because I had a. Oh, my phone just got disconnected. Uh-oh. I think it's back now. Uh-oh. Don't mess up on me last second. 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. Unable to reserve. Wow. That was crazy fast. You stand no chance of getting a collectible under like 5,000 editions. If you got one today, shout out to you guys. I mean, maybe for that reason they are expensive, I need an ultra rare Mickey for Christmas. Good luck, good luck. If you guys got one today, that's incredible. I mean, that'd be incredible if you got one today. And let me know how you did it. Maybe the timing technique didn't work today. Wow, clock reset on me. Nothing here. Struck out, it spun and didn't work. We all struck out today. Jeez. I mean, I'm gonna go for a rebound. Reserving order? Oh, spinning wheel of death, I think. Didn't get it. L. Plug my mouse back in. Every time I want to use my Ethernet cable now, I have to unplug my cordless mouse. Big L, timer set, nothing for me. Dang, nobody got one today on stream. Wow, nobody. I pressed it on time. It was weird. L. Wow, did anybody get one today? So that was weird, right? Everybody got an L. What? Clock reset. That was strange. Yeah. So today was wild. Nobody got one. But again, that just shows you. I mean, I think on the last Disney drop, we had like 150,000 people probably on the actual app for drop day. And so if that's the same today, we only have 3,000 editions, a little less than 4,000. It glitched for me. It says reserving order. Oh, it might have one. Mine says reserving order. Doesn't actually mean that, does it? If you go, so I backed out, so I don't have the buy now button anymore. But if you have like a red bar on here that says one order reserved pending delivery, that means you got one. Is this another bot in here? Levon Feeble? What? We growing, baby. Still hype. Yeah, that's a fact, Willow. I mean, the good thing is that like it's not going to stay like this, right? I mean, they are going to implement a new system, and I think the new system. I think a lot of us were kind of disappointed at first because we're so excited about how these drops are, which makes sense. But I think they want to tailor this into like a family oriented thing to where, you know, say a new family finds VeVe or something like that, and they want to get involved with new Disney drops, etc. It's not like, okay, they have to, you know, time gate or whatever. It's just it's a little bit more relaxing but fun at the same time. It's a tough balance to meet for sure, but we'll see how they do it. Yeah, if you get like the spinning wheel of death, I call it, basically it just has like a spinning wheel and it says reserving order. It means you probably didn't get it. I think you have to have that red bar underneath that says one order reserved pending. Oh yeah, so we did not do well chat today. I think this is the first time where like the whole chat we all struck out together today. It probably is more users during Christmas break too. Yeah, great point. Absolutely. I'm gonna see on Twitter how we do, fam. That went quick. I'm on a cold streak. Oh, interesting. Okay, Colton. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this one up for you. Now, maybe you did actually pay for it, and sometimes you just didn't realize like you actually had more gems than you thought, maybe, or maybe you just got away with one. You know, who knows? One of the more strange drops. Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say it was a little strange. Did anybody get one? Woke up for nothing. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely audible. And that's the thing. I mean, just if there was say if there was only half the amount of people that came from Disney, right? I mean, for the Disney drop, we had 150,000 people on the drop screen for the actual drop. So if say half of that, say only 70, 80,000 people came, right? I mean, 80,000 people in the app trying to go for 3,000 edition. I mean, it's gonna sell out instantly, right? Oh yeah, Robbie. That's the worst, man. I've got that before. You said, Johnny boy, that was weird. I clicked buy and reset my clock for 2 minutes. It counted down. I pressed buy again and got the spinning wheel of death. That's the worst, man. Yeah, it's probably just too many people right now. I saw one person get it. I just favored it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna wait till I see more though. How do you perform on this drop? I did bad on this one. My man struck out big time. Took a fat L. There's only one guy on Discord that said he got one. This is one guy in the whole world. He's got all 3,800. What in the world? Price prediction on these. We'll have to get the next drop. Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. Absolutely. My price prediction on these. It's interesting. I mean, for how quick they just sold out. Um, my price prediction. I mean, for how quick they just sold out, at least I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I told you guys what I thought in the beginning. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive now. I, who knows? Who knows? It'd be interesting to see. Definitely going to peep the market. I probably still won't buy one in the market, but I mean, I'm definitely going to be interested to see what they're going for. If they're over a few $100s at first, I'd be surprised, but I'm hoping they are just because I would love to see that kind of start to be the trend. If things start out by retail, I'd be actually really surprised. I'm thinking somewhere in between, 100 and a couple $100, somewhere in between there. Redrop gate. That's what happened on the Nightwing actually. That Nightwing drop basically was a redrop. I mean, they closed the whole market down and everything and had a redrop essentially in like the next hour. It's crazy. But this one, I think mostly just because there's just such a high demand, or not high demand, just because there's so many people in the app. Like there's probably 150,000 people that went for this one. This is getting ridiculous. My congestion. If it was tough to get this drop, imagine the Labbit drop. Absolutely, absolutely. Don't cry, Johnny. Uh, Brendan's saying the posters are going to be about 200 at the most. Oh, let's go. Okay, so Z did get one. Z out. Watching your stream, reading your tweets. Shout out to you, VeVe Viral. Oh man, that's hilarious. Are you gonna purchase one off the marketplace, JD? No, I don't think I'm going to right now, unless it comes out, extremely low on price. But I really don't think I'm gonna purchase this one. Unfortunately, it is a full set, so that'd be nice to add. I did just get rid of a lot of sets. I only have, I think, 44 right now. Yeah, I only have 44 right now. I did let go of some of my sets. I'm looking for something else right now. I don't think it's a bad idea to get this one low, but for me, I feel like there's other ones that I'm going to focus on right now. Oh my goddess got one. Did she? She's been killing it. Yeah, I feel like most people struck out today. Which NFT on VeVe do you like the most? Oh man, I don't think I can just pick one. It's too tough. It's too tough. Like without putting a value, without picking the most expensive one, obviously. I love Todd so much just because of what Todd represents. I mean, Todd represents like vision. Todd represents, you know, being a pioneer because they got the DC license so long ago. I mean, to have Todd Batman as the first ever NFT on VeVe, it's gonna be legendary. One of my favorite ones, early days, man. Nightwing, just because Nightwing was my first drop ever. That's gonna be a memory for me forever. I'm liking Todd. I'm liking Nightwing, but those are like the ones that everybody says. Maybe I'll pick something that I like a lot that most people wouldn't suggest. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through them. I like the Dragon Girl a lot too, because the ones that I like a lot mean a lot. I mean, they have a historical impact. So obviously, Todd, first ever NFT. Nightwing, that's my first drop ever. Dragon Girl, the first set, that's the last set ever in season one. So Todd's important because it's the first set ever. It's the first NFT ever. And then Dragon Girl was the last NFT ever in that first season. It's almost like how, you have low edition mint numbers, right? You see what the prices are in low mint numbers, the first ever ones available to the public. Well, ever since David talked about that, even a little bit before that, shout out to Kaki, Crypto Kaki, because he's been on it. But, just like how, I won't even say because I don't want it to run up, but the mint numbers are important for sure. The mint numbers are important. Ritmo I liked a lot. I know Franelation was big on Ritmo before he even got animated. Shout out to Fran. I think Ritmo was his favorite one from day one. I like the DeLorean too because DeLorean's the first car ever. I like Becky Batman. Superman's iconic. R2D2 is a good one too. I like. I don't know. I like them all. I mean, I can't just pick one to be honest. If I had to pick one ever, it would have to be the GOAT. It would have to be the GOAT. It would have to be this guy right here. I think if I had to just pick one, yeah, that'd be it. Plays tunes. What do you think about Mickey being the only NFT on here that plays tunes? It does play tunes. I think that's gonna be big. I mean, ultra animated. But the Deadpool plays tunes too. The secret rare Deadpool. Price prediction on Mickey Ultra Rare. Do you think the floor can reach 8K? I think it's a big one. Labbit strategy, multiple devices to set the different rarities. You think it might work? I would suggest don't use multiple devices, my man. Because if you use multiple devices, they're going to crack down on it. And they're able to see who's using what. That's one thing that I want you guys to realize. I know, the B word's a problem, etc. for a lot of people. But you got to realize that they're able to see everything that's going on right now. So if it's if you feel like it's frustrating, it probably is, but just realize that they're able to see what's happening. So I would say just put your trust and faith in the team that they're going to get it taken care of. Oh, Brendan said he's overrated. I don't know if Todd's overrated, my man. I don't know about that. If it was just the first appearance of Batman, I can understand if you think that. But this is the first ever VeVe NFT. This is going to be big time. I think so. It could be like, even if it was, say, a Unicorno or a Mermacorno or whatever, a lower. Shout out to those, that brand. I have them too. But I feel like because it's a huge IP, because it's Batman, the first appearance, and it's the first ever NFT, I think it's huge. Hey, let's go, Drew Seller. Drew Seller said, I've been following Fran with sneakers for like 10 years, and he got me into crypto last year and VeVe in March. Let's go. Fran's the NFT go. Yeah, he really is, man. Good dude, too. Good dude. We met because we found VeVe like the same day. He might have found it a day before me, actually, but basically the same day, I think it was. I think he did find it maybe a day before me, but we met at the same time. And Rizzo is underrated. I think Rizzo could be underrated. I know he hasn't moved much, but it's the first set ever. Fran's the GOAT, man. I think it was perfect timing with the whole NFT space for him. Like, he took all of his experience with the whole collecting background in the physical world, and boom, NFTs was like a perfect storm for him. And just picking his mind in the early days really helped me, because when I first found VeVe, I knew, like, I really thought this was going to be huge, but I wasn't sure. I was like, is this just me? Is this just me thinking this? Like, someone who's not in the collecting world, is this really going to transition the way I was thinking? But hearing someone like him, who was already a physical collector, talk about how this is revolutionary, I was like, oh, it really is. Okay. We got a physical collector who's been collecting for years saying this is the way now. I was like, okay, then this really is happening. Because at the time, I mean, there's only less than 10,000 people in the app. And I wasn't sure if it was one of those moments to where I was just obsessed with it. I kept thinking, I was like, because I'm obsessed with it, this is going to be huge. But I had to like clarify almost, is this what the physical collectors want too? And once I learned that, I was like, whoo. First minted on VeVe from one of the great artists. Yeah, legendary artist too. Todd McFarlane, man. Top selling Spider-Man comic from him too. McFarlane Toys. Yep. You caught, bro? Did not land this one, man. I struck out big time. Struck out big time on this one. Shout out to Luke Blackby. He said he lost. If I flip my gems up to afford a Todd, I will get one. Oh, if I flip my gems up to afford a Todd, I will get one. Got my first golden moment last night. Snagged the home run bar for 580. Solid. Yeah, I think that's a solid bet right there. It's a solid job. I think Todd is just one of those collectibles that is like the Bitcoin of VeVe almost, if that has any kind of reference. I mean, it's kind of a good analogy. I mean, people look at Todd to see if there's a gem squeeze going on, mainly because that's like it's the one that everything almost revolves around. I look at the season 1 FAs. I actually just listed a couple important FAs, but that's also just because I have a couple real low edition numbers. Like I just listed my FA Joker. That's one that I think is a blue chip too, especially from season 1. It's gonna be a big one. I have an edition number 550 somewhere in 500, so I'm hodling that one for my collection. Same with the Harley Quinn FA. I have 2 left of them. I have a 200 mint number, so that's going to be one of my big ones that I'm hodling. I probably will let go of my duplicate eventually just to reinvest, but I think those are some blue chips that, a lot of people usually check to see if there's a gem squeeze. How are we doing, Shazam? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I love the diversity in this community. That's why you should collect what you like from Rich J. That's the biggest thing. I mean, especially as we keep expanding, as VeVe keeps on growing, we're going to have something for everybody. There's going to be so many brands. There's going to be so many different aspects, avenues to where if we try to collect them all, I mean, there will be some people who actually absolutely can afford it and will do it. But for most of us, for the average user, you're not going to be able to collect every single thing that drops on VeVe. So it's going to be important to really kind of focus on things that you really love. Yeah, I agree, Brendan. Absolutely. Those numbers will definitely be big. I don't think that guy's money hungry, Brendan. I think he's just a whale who got in early. I think we might have joined around the same time too. Man, I regret just not unloading. Like I unloaded on some Todds, but I wish I just maxed out the card on Todds back then. It was so funny because I was about to too, man. I was about to go crazy and just unload on the Todds. I think I already had 6 or 7 at the time, and I didn't think they were going to sell out as quick as they did. There was only about 1,000 or 2,000 left in store, in stock, and so at the time you could just refresh the page and see like a few drop at a time. And so it was right when I was learning how to get Omi. And shout out to my boy Sam, man, because he's the guy who really stayed on the phone with me for like 4 or 5 hours, went over every single detail. I was like, what is spot account? What does it all mean? I had to learn everything right there. So it took like good 4 hours. We just talked on the phone for a while. And once I got off the phone, I went to go back and buy all the Todds I could. They were all sold out. I was like, you kidding me? I was like, they sold out already. So it was a blessing I did that though, because that's how I learned how to get Omi. But it was just insane because I really was about to unload and they sold out that fast. So it just goes to show that they stayed in store, 6,000 of them from the time they dropped in October of 2020 up until March of 2021. Only 1,000 were bought. Isn't that insane? Yeah, Omi's picking up a little bit. 500 Sunset Ultra Rare Mickey. Yeah, I think that's a great one. That's the comment I already saw. I mean, you gotta think too, Brendan. Like, what would you do if you had 150 Todds? You'd definitely sell a couple, right? I don't think there's anything too wrong with that. Like the other thing I was thinking too, like in this collection of Mickey Mouse, like I'm sure we're gonna see the colored Mickey Mouse, then we're gonna see probably Minnie Mouse, then we're gonna see. It's just gonna be a big collection, I think. Let's see what Omi price is at right now. Took another L as expected. Today was a hard one, man. All right, so it's back up there today. 0.0068 today. Get the market opening up in a few more minutes. I think I listed my FA Joker and delisted it so many times. Same with my Nightwing. Because those are some season 1 blue chips that I was like, you know what, I can't sell it yet. But at the end of the day, I got duplicates to let them go, to reinvest. So if I had 150 tides, sell 50 and buy partner statues and sets. Yeah, absolutely. Because then you still got 100 left, right? Then you got even more blue chips. And that's the thing. That's why duplicates are so crucial. Because think about the people who just stacked a couple tides, right? I mean, I only have a few left, but that's going to be crucial if I'm going to flip my way into other things. Because say if there's a collectible out there that's like $4 grand, $5 grand that I'm not able to get, boom, sell a Todd. I'm able to get that now. Without that duplicate Todd, there's no way I'd be able to afford that. So, good night, December. Catch y'all later. Catch you on the drop tomorrow. Hey, great time to get the ultra rare yesterday. Absolutely. Struck out, dude. Struck out big time. I think 2022 is going to be a huge year for Omi Robbie. I really believe that. All right, so tomorrow we got a few drops happening. Is the group website, the group medium's not up there yet, right? Tomorrow we got the stamps, the Christmas stamps. I believe that's dropping at 3 p.m. And then we got the Groot at 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. is the Groot tomorrow. Which is, oh, trying to get a video of this one. Show you guys a little preview snippet. Boom. I don't want to play a sound, get copyright. That's tomorrow, 11 a.m. The Groot. I'm going to go for the drop. Hope I get it. I probably try to flip this one, to be honest. But I think it's a good one. Love to see the details. We don't know how many additions there are, anything like that just yet. And then we have later in the day some Christmas stamps. So $6 is the price for the common, 8,888. Santa in the chimney. And we got Santa himself winking. 7,777 editions. Hopefully I get that edition number. Then we got the reindeers. 6,666 editions for the rare. Hope I don't get that edition. But I do for the price. And we got Santa coming down the chimney for the ultra rare, 5,555 editions. Hopefully I get that edition number. Let's go. Test the negative. That a boy Willow. Shout out to you, brother. Coffee Gate for the win. Let's go. Secret Rare Storm, I think, is going to be big once more X-Men collectibles come in. I don't have a Secret Rare Storm, actually, but I think Secret Rare Storm, one, the animation looks incredible. The animation alone made me almost want to pick one up. And the fact that it's the first X-Men ever on the app, think what happens when Wolverine comes. Maybe a little price dip just because Wolverine's huge, But as they keep rolling out, people are going to be like, well, what was the first X-Men ever released? Boom, Storm. It's going to be huge, I think, eventually. Just may take a little bit. Wow, market is open. December, called that. I didn't bring it up because I thought you might be messing with me. So 170. So I was pretty much accurate with the price it would start out with, at least. It's going to go up because I think it's a full set. 180 right now. 199, 200, 111 in the store, so down to 130. It's probably going to get bought real quick. Yeah, 169 is the floor now. Like, I probably should buy it. It's 180 right now, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm saving up for something right now. Did anybody get the poster? I did not, but it's in the market right now. The market is open, y'all. Yeah, so good as a corner house plant. Absolutely. Let's go. Ryan Brown on the plus side. I completed my black and white Batman S1 set. That is awesome. And that's such a good feeling because I know that's a legendary set that everybody on VeVe is kind of like dreaming that they want to complete one day. And so shout out to you, brother, for completing that. Wow, let's go. KZ Rock Bottom with a $100 super chat. My man, appreciate you big time. Let's bring up his comment. Appreciate you big time for the $100 super chat. That's unbelievable. Appreciate you. He said, I'm planning to start some Christmas blind boxes live on my channel. Maybe 20 blind spots at first. Top pull will be a Disney Golden Moment collectible. What do you think? I like the idea. Definitely. Would like to see some more details. But I think it's a good start. Absolutely. I think it's definitely a good way to get some more advertisement promotion going on. When all these back-to-back drops settle down, should I splurge for a common or uncommon Mickey for a long hodl? Uncommon's going to be a little bit less editions. Let me look at them. Uncommon, a little less editions. But the details do say right here. Quintessential Steamboat Mickey pose. So very important Steamboat pose. But if you want that iconic Mickey smiling, the common is the one. If you can get a low mint common, maybe. Or if you get a high mint of either one, maybe an uncommon. What should I list my musical poster for, or should I hold? Ryan Brown. That's going to be up to you. I don't want to give you financial advice, obviously. I think everyone's situation is different. Looks like the price is going down to 130. That's the floor right now, 130. It's 277 in the market. Foam it in for 170 for the set. Brent, I don't think that's a bad play long term. I think, $170 for a full set. I think that's pretty solid. There's only 3,800 editions. The Captain Carter, I believe, is about double the amount of editions of that. And that's about 200 right now. I'm going to say like 190. Self-plug did not get lucky today. My man missed out today big time. Few people got the poster, but I feel like majority, at least everybody on the stream too, definitely missed out today. A lot of people, even on Twitter, just missed out. Johnny, there's a problem transferring items. Do you have any suggestions? Josh Cohen. So I wonder if there's still a sell issue going on right now. Because I know yesterday, there was an issue. Anytime you bought anything in the market, you were not able to relist it. I think I took a picture of one of the messages that kept popping up. It kept saying the items transferred to your account is incomplete. It cannot be listed or transferred anywhere else. Please try again later. So I feel like it had something kind of probably do with IMAX. But I think they'll fix it. Or it's already been fixed. So hopefully that issue is not happening again today. So the price is back down to 120. Probably 150. At 120, I feel like it's going to get bought. Yeah, 160. Looks like it's 160. 327 in the market right now. Hey, Mickey 511 for 270 gems. Wow, that's a steal right there. 270 gems for edition number 511. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, okay. To another account. Interesting. I'm not too sure. I would say support us. Make a support ticket. I would say if you can. If it's just having the trouble transferring it to another account. KZ though, I appreciate you big time for that super chat today, my man. That was big time. Custom blind boxes. That's interesting. I've never really heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it, just never really seen it executed. I would say, but if you can execute it, shout out to you, my man. I'll have to check it out. Are you guys excited for the Santa drop tomorrow? We got the Santa stamps. I thought really with this drop that it would really increase the value of the other stamps, but I guess it really hasn't yet. And what's baffling me is that the uncommons are just not as valuable as the commons somehow for the stamps. That one's kind of blown my mind. I feel like that's got to flip eventually. Just don't know when. Okay, so the IMX ownership is the problem. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Shout out to him. Oh, okay, cool. So KZ said, I have a video on my channel explaining how the custom blind boxes would work. I can DM you on Twitter the details about it. Awesome, man. Awesome. I'll have to check out your YouTube channel after this. I'll click on your name once this live stream's over and check it out. I'm kind of excited for the stamps, honestly. This is the first appearance ever of Santa Claus on the VeVe app. So I think that's gonna be a big time deal in the future. We do have labs coming up. One more time, I'm gonna go over the price for y'all. So the Roger's back up. All right, so 175 is the price right now. We got 369 in the market. I'm rooting for it to go over 200 today from my guy Brendan. I think it's a good one. I mean, 170 is not too bad. Worst case scenario, what, it goes down to 100. I mean, you locked in a full set, so I think that's gonna be big. I'm excited for Labbit. I'm going for uncommons today. What about you? Yeah, I was thinking earlier today, I was going over my strategy. I'm thinking common more likely, but it was between the common and uncommon. I was thinking common just because there's really not that much of a difference between the additions between the uncommon and the common. And honestly, I kind of like the way the common looks a little bit better. So hoping that one kind of explodes. Maybe I get lucky with a low mint common. So I just want to try to lock in one at least. And I felt like common gives me that best chance. I'm going to go for that common. Oh, Gio's testing the luck for the ultra rare. I love to see it. Love to see it. Maybe I should just for the adrenaline of the live stream, maybe. What do you think a good price is for 1211 poster? Oh, okay. So that's a pretty low mint poster you got there right there, my man. So it's a 1-2. I would say it all depends. You know, if you wanted to sell that quickly, I mean, you could get that off for easy $200 right now. But I think it could be potentially worth more than $200 long term. So it's all going to come down to your situation, my man. Do you need those 200 gems right now? Or do you think you'd rather hold on to it long term and hope it appreciates even more? And one way you can really find that out in the market is the floor is 170 right now, 180 now. Actually, it's going up. Oh, there's a good one, 1115 at 190. So one way you can do it is basically just sort the market by lowest edition number. Boom. Going here. Come on, what is it? All right. Boom. So once you search it, it'll sort by lowest edition first. So then you can just go through here and find where your edition number is kind of sitting at in between. And then look at the price points to where, yours lines up and see what everything else around it is selling for, basically. This could be true too, just because everyone's probably going to go for the common. I'll go for the ultra rare during the stream too. Let's go. You told me I guess that's a cool move long term. You was hating 10 minutes ago, and now I'm already in the green. How's that hating, Brendan? I definitely think it's a good price. Absolutely. Got ultra rare today, yesterday for Mickey Mouse. So def trying to look for the ultra rare later. Oh wow, 3 in a row. Yeah, go for it. Gotta go for it. Yeah, I think under 200 is definitely a steal for this poster, especially long term. I mean, short term, we don't really know what it's going to do. I think it'll go over still 200. I mean, you see the Captain Carter floating around 200. I think it dipped under 200 just for a little bit. Floating more so around 210 right now. That's a full set, but a lot more editions. This is about half the price, or I'm sorry, half the editions of that. Ultra rare for Labbits. Oh, after the big IPs become interoperable. That's a good point right there. It's good evaluation, Ryan Brown. I do think those artist collectibles are going to be huge right away, especially with the interoperability. But I mean, over time, I'm under the belief that I think the bigger IP brands, I think they'll do the best for sure. I think, bigger the IP, bigger the brand, I think definitely the more chance of a long-term success it'll have. And the more potential, I think, too. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think Marvel's strategic in their releases. I think they're going to release everything for a reason. So I could definitely see anything really drops is going to eventually be in a Marvel movie. All right, guys, I'm signing off today. I will be back later today, though, for the Labbit drop. So if you guys are going to be going for the Labbits, definitely tune in for that drop later today at 3 p.m. And we got Christmas tomorrow at the holidays. Unbelievable. Can't believe it's here already. This is about to be, we're coming up on the first full year that VeVe's been launched to the public, which is just iconic, legendary, amazing times, y'all. I mean, this is a historic moment in time that we're all part of right now. So it feels unbelievable. I'm going to be signing off. Appreciate you guys big time for all the support. Make sure you guys catch a live stream later today. I'm signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, y'all.